Hello, my name is METİN. This is 268th part of explanation of my theory. According to my theory and my formulas, two codes of helium spectra, lambda 1, 22.8 nanometer, lambda 2, 50.44 nanometer. The electron doesn't lose energy during emission in an atom. During emission, electron regains its height and highest energy in an atom. The process of certain prediction and determination of an atom's spectral lines, wavelength or energy values is very simple when we manage to detect different electron wavelength codes. As I told you before, I formulated these codes according to my theory. These passwords, codes. Let me start by giving examples of helium. First, ionization energy of helium is here. This is my helium atom picture at first. Left side one proton, right side another proton. Two protons connected with themselves. They make joint motion with themselves, then one proton make joint motion with an electron motion form. This is the smallest. Lambda 1 is equal to 22.8 nanometer, and second proton connected made joint motion with greater electron motion form. Lambda 2 is 50.44 nanometer. Okay, connected, and each electron undisturbed at their initial wavelength and at their highest ionization energy, point energy. Okay. And each ionization energy for each electron corresponds initial wavelength of spherical ring-shaped electron motion form. Yes. First ionization energy of helium is IE1, what? This one, 39.3910 to the minus 19 joules. Okay? Corresponds to what? I'm so sorry. I will write here lambda 1. Okay, and I will write here lambda 2. Yes. Now, again, first ionization energy of helium is IE. 39.3910 to the minus 19 joules. Okay, corresponds to what? 50.44 nanometer. Initial wavelength size greater at rest undisturbed proton bound electron motion form in helium atom. Okay, these are protons, these are electron motion forms. Okay, according to me. Second ionization energy is 87.186 10 to the minus 19 joules, corresponds to 22.8 nanometer, initial wavelength size, smallest, at rest, undisturbed, proton-bound electron motion form in helium atom. Now, we detected two codes, two passwords of helium for finding, for predicting, for determining emission lines, spectral lines, values, wavelength or energies. My formulas and my theory are deterministic. There is no probability, there is no approximation, there is no uncertainty. .8 nanometer and 50.44 nanometer are the codes, passwords of all spectral lines values of helium atom. What is N? According to me, N is effective successive wave number. According to me, at their ground states, at their undisturbed states, electron motion forms cannot produce light pulses. For doing this, they need free electron motion forms successive waves. And when free electron motion forms successive waves make coincide with their joint motions, a certain number successive wave expand these electron motion form at the rate of squared wave number. They expand, and when they vanish, their effects vanish. Successive waves vanish. When they come back, shrinks again. While doing this, electron motion forms produce and pour out single wave pulses. Each one produce and pour out for each inhalation and exhalation. Okay, each enlarging, expanding and shrinking period, one single spherical single wave pulse they produce and pour out. Okay, and this single wave pulse, spherical single wave pulse, expand at the speed of light. Yes. Story is long, and I tried to tell you, and I will tell you step by step my theory and my formulas. Yes, if the effective wave number is, okay, 22.8 nanometer proton-bound electron motion form expands 2 squared multiplied by 22.8 nanometer. Okay, like this. And it expands like this. We choose a point on this and energy and wavelength. 91.2 nanometer. Okay. Expands from 22.8 nanometer initial wavelength to what? 91.2 nanometer. Expands. Okay. By the effect of second successive waves of a free electron motion form. Yes. And this electron motion form, smallest 22.8 wavelength size electron motion forms, now by expanding, okay, loses the energy value corresponding to this 91.2 nanometer. This dropping energy, 21.8, 10 to the minus 19 joule. Okay, at this point, expanded point, this electron motion forms energy dropped. Okay. Now, the amount of energy loss of the proton-bound electron motion form is 87.186 10 to the minus 19 joules minus 21, okay, 0.8 10 to the minus 19 joules is equal to here 65.386 10 to the minus 19 joule. Okay, now the amount of energy loss is this energy value, 65.10 to the minus 19 joules. Here. Okay. Yes, this is loss. But for a moment, here, second successive wave of a free electron motion form that makes this smallest electron expand to 91.2. Okay, at this point, this is highest energy, ground state energy of an electron is highest energy of an electron, proton-bound electron in an atom. Now its energy dropped. Okay, wait a moment. Yet there is no light. Okay. Now, proton-bound electron motion form is expanded, and during this process, say, absorption process, it doesn't produce light. When it shrinks, when this second successive wave of free electron motion form vanish and its effect vanish, this smallest electron, expanded electron motion form, shrinks again here to its initial wavelength. Okay. When it shrinks to its initial 22.8 nanometer wavelength size, it regains its 65 it regains its 65.398 10 to the minus 19 joule energy, and while doing this, it produces and pours out single spherical light wave pulse at the same amount energy. What energy? 65.398 10 to the minus 19 joules, which expands at the speed of light, and this single wave pulse corresponding wavelength is what? Here, 30.4 nanometer. And wave number from 1 to 2, between 2 and 1 wave number. Where is this? This is smallest right side my computation, prediction of helium spectral lines values. Left side NIST data, National Institute of Standards and Technology, observational experimental measurements, and here from N1 to N2, between 1 and 2, smallest electrons 30.40 nanometer, approximately the same. Okay, this is proof. These are proofs of my theory. Now, here, what I computed, 30.4 nanometer. For each line, I have computed according to my theory and my formulas. Wait a moment. Here, first page, I advise you to notice left side NIST, right side my computation. Certain prediction according to my theory and my formulas. Here, almost all lines I have computed that in observational data, that are in observational data. Okay? Yes. And here's my formulas. I advise you to notice. Then here. Yes. This is my second physics book that I pressed last year, okay, in English and in Turkish. I didn't promote that yet. here. Okay. Quote from my book. I hope you see. Here. Here. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. That is one of spectral line of helium. 1. As I told you before, each of proton-bound electron motion form in an atom has a different spectral